Hello everyone! Welcome to Priscilla Cash, where I am pursuing a self-taught art education and sharing all I learned with you. This week, I decided to start working on a set of whimsical woodland-themed characters, while I'm telling my story of drawing 100 cubes because they told me to. I'll be working on these characters. Okay, moment of truth. These are time-lapse videos from this past week. I don't draw that fast. Yeah, not even close. Okay, here's the story. Every time I turn around, someone is telling me to start with the fundamentals. Draw spheres and cylinders and cubes, they say. It will be great practice, they say. You can't improve if you don't, they say. I put it off for the longest time, dabbling a little now and again. But always I stopped because it was so boring, and I couldn't see how it helped. I mean, let's face it, drawing a bunch of straight lines connected together over and over doesn't just automatically accomplish greatness. I would step back and realize I could draw a rather sad-looking cube, a box shape, a thing. But no matter how many times I looked at it, it didn't magically transform into a head or chest or any other part of recognizable human anatomy. I was frustrated and began to suspect that there just might be a secret club where brilliant people hung out magically, turning spheres and cylinders and cubes into masterful character creations. It seemed to be a rather exclusive club, because whatever the magic key was to getting in, I didn't have it. But gosh, I wanted in. All these people in that secret club saying that boxes were magic must be onto something, right? So, with my frustration primed, my curiosity piqued, and my determination at an all-time high, I decided I was never drawing another cube. So there. That lasted, who are we kidding, 15 seconds tops. Dagnabbit, I guess I was going to start drawing boxes again. This time, I decided that I was not going to try to understand, at least not right away. I was just going to start drawing 10 cubes a day. Didn't matter how bad they looked or how frustrated I felt, I was just going to draw them. And this is embarrassing, but guess what? My first day, I realized that I couldn't remember how to draw a cube, like a box in 3D. Something so silly and simple. I decided to turn to Pinterest for help. And turns out I'm not the only nut willing to draw cubes over and over and over again. There were all the references I could ever linger over. Big cubes, little cubes, double cubes, cubes with arms, cubes without arms, cubes in every perspective angle one could imagine. I grabbed a couple different sheets and pulled them into Procreate, my drawing program, and got to work. I gave myself 2 rules. I couldn't trace over the other box, and I couldn't use the liquefy tool to pull or push my lines into a cube shape and not an exploded rectangle. Working off the high of deciding my own destiny, a squire of the cube drawing realm of the highest order, on my way to find answers deep within the inner sanctum, I kept drawing cubes, 10 a day for several weeks. With purpose, I applied something akin to Pareto's principle, the 80-20 rule. I spent 80% of my effort, energy, and focus on drawing shapes for 20% of the time. I went back on Pinterest and snagged some references of various shape practice, and I began drawing those. I was drawing cubes, spheres, and cylinders. Shapes were my minions now, doomed to do my bidding. Ha 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 ha. Okay, Priscilla, you're getting weird. I began watching some beginning anatomy videos, mainly Kasem's How to Draw the Head and Neck, Basic to Advanced, and Naomi Kanani's figure drawing course on 21 Draw. I watched as they utilized shapes in their work. I began to realize that cubes are very dynamic things with a million different variations in perspective. And something funny started to happen. I began to get excited about drawing shapes. I swear it's true. I don't draw shapes for hours, and if anyone out there does, please get help or something. But I've now drawn over 100 cubes, and I'm well on my way with other shapes as well. And I'm not stopping, so there. I feel like I haven't reached the inner sanctum of magical drawing knowledge, but I'm closer. All those cubes weren't a waste of time, and I'm excited to be understanding now more how they work in the body. I'm keeping up my practice of daily shape drawing for a few minutes every day. I don't hate it yet, and I don't expect to, but I make sure to challenge myself each day to stretch my shape drawing just a little bit more. From basic cubes to attached cubes to boxes and cubes, twisting, bending, and even playing pretzel. Do you want to fall in love with shape practice too? Well, here's what's worked for me. First of all, find references. There's only so many times you can draw a box in one perspective before you realize that life is meaningless and art is dead and we're better off just leaving it all to the AI minions. Okay, that got dark fast. I love Pinterest as a great place to get references. Experiment with straight up cubes, dive into cubes overlaid on basic anatomy, and even play around with cubes morphing into bean shapes. Let your cubes live, breathe, and possibly leap off the page, if they feel like it. Find shapes in real life, simple ones, and try drawing them. The greats say drawing from life is always good, so do that. Isn't that profound? Maybe pick your desk and only draw the things that are clearly cubes or cylinders of some sort, if, desks are your thing. And don't draw shapes in a vacuum. Watch beginner anatomy videos and explore other teaching resources. This is really important to help bridge the gap, and it's a somewhat big and confusing gap at times, between understanding how to draw a basic shape and how that shape is found on the body. Draw and practice shapes briefly every day. Set a time limit if you want, 10 minutes, if that even. The last thing you want is to fatigue out on drawing shapes, because we all know these are just part of the fundamentals and we have so much more to explore and learn. So, go draw shapes. Now. Right now. Well, okay, finish this video first, then go draw shapes. I hope you're inspired by my journey to cracking the shape code. It doesn't have to be drudgery. Practice a little every day. Don't wear yourself out, and soon you'll be seeing shapes everywhere. This is a good thing, right? All right, thanks for joining me. Hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. And I'd adore hearing from you below in the comments. Keep drawing every day, and I'll see you next time.